guys, welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Protodream with us, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
I'm Mac. I do kind of everything spanning the gamut from guitar to programming to bass to vocals. We're also a DIY project, so I do all the production as well.
Nice.
I'm Tim McWilliams, and I do the guitar and keyboards. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
A lot of them. A lot of them.
Anyway, guys, so my first question is, how did you start out Protodream? How did you, I guess you two meet, and things of that nature?
Ooh,
Oh man, that's a long story.
Yeah, that's a loaded question. So we've been playing music together for fucking
10 years?
Is it okay to cuss
Yes,
on this?
that's totally fine. Usually everybody asks that, and I'm okay with it. So I already know I'm getting demonetized, so I don't care. You know, it's whatever.
So we've known each other our whole lives. Our parents were friends.
Okay.
Our dads were like roommates way back in the day and everything.
Oh,
So we've been playing music together since we were able to pick up instruments pretty much.
Yeah.
Some was like 10 years ago we like actually got around to starting a band.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Oh no. No.
That went for a long time. We actually just recently parted ways with those guys.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah. We had differing opinions on I don't know where we should do it.
Shit happens.
What should happen.
Yep, pretty much.
Protodream has been kind of like our baby on and off over the years throughout that, like our little side project deal. We were doing very like straight technical heavy metal with this other band for a long time.
Nice. Okay.
So Protodream was kind of our
Get away.
right. We wanted to kind of like try their things. We were into like some acoustic folk stuff. I don't know if you like Iron and Wine at all.
Yeah. Amazing. Great stuff.
Yeah. So we wanted to kind of try other things, and this was like our experimental project.
Yeah,
but
this was him jumping on acoustic guitar and vocals in the beginning,
Okay.
and me keyboard when I just only had a couple years on keyboard because my focus is guitar. So
yeah. But it never really like got off the ground. It was more like hopeful. And it wasn't until it's been 2 years now?
yeah.
About 2 years
Till I
ago. He moved into the place I was living at with my wife. I'm married. And our other roommate Tyler, they both moved in. I started collecting like gear because I was interested in recording. And we finally had the means to like actually do all this stuff that we'd been dreaming about doing for so long.
Awesome.
So just started experimenting, and it went from there.
And I also feel like with like a lot of artists, when they typically go to like the heavier route, they're always like, I feel like it's like the obvious choice to go lighter and do like acoustic-y sort of stuff. I don't know if it's like irony or something like that, but to me, every time I have somebody on, it's like, okay, we're in this like progressive deathcore band, and then we're like, now we do like City and Color, like stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, like it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's just like it's kind of like a mind blowing thing. It's like, okay, everybody loves that soft stuff in reality, but like it just kind of like the fans that you get from like a heavier perspective, and then you have like some like lighter stuff that you're like, but this is what I really enjoy doing. So
And they don't understand.
Yeah, I mean we definitely have love for like the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll
I can relate to that a lot though, because anytime I'm listening to a lot of death metal, I'm writing all acoustic stuff, and anytime it's acoustic stuff I'm listening to, it's always writing death metal. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Been my whole life.
I think it's just like a musician like music thing, because like for me, I love listening to heavy stuff. Like I'm just a huge fan of like any like I'm a huge fan of everything, obviously, just because that's what the channel requires. But for me, like I love that sort of like softer stuff. I love like This Wildlife, like City and Color. I'm trying to think of others like softer stuff. Julian Baker is really great. Like I love all that acoustic-y folk stuff, and I find myself like if I'm writing in my spare time, like I'll write like soft stuff or like indie stuff. Like, but in reality, I love going to like see like Periphery or like as leaders or something like that. So it's just I feel like that is like a common thing, but nobody really kind of points it out that it's like Oh, okay, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that for me, a lot of times, like, from a writing perspective and a listening perspective too, I know I'll get like really, really hard on like one way or the other, either like super light or super heavy. And then I start to like eventually kind of get burnt out, and I'll find like a fucking incredible, like, old, like, really chill, mellow prog album, and then I'll be like, man, I'm gonna do that for a minute.
yeah, and I also feel like it definitely it gives you a new perspective on like when you're writing stuff, because like you can definitely incorporate some like softer stuff into heavier music, whether it be like piano or some other sort of like stringed instrument. I think that always comes out really well, and I
Yeah.
think like I mentioned, bands prior like Periphery and things of that nature, when they get into that more like orchestral stuff, I think that's really
Yeah.
cool too.
Yeah,
Huge
definitely.
dynamic.
Exactly.
Dude, I love they've added that shit in recently.
But my next question, guys, what are some favorite venues you guys like to go see shows at?
Ooh.
Lately we're up in like the Akron, Cleveland area.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the big one around here right now is the Agora.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody's going through that.
The Grog Shop.
Grog Shop it's a tiny
I
place,
liked
but
it.
it's cool.
I liked it a lot.
We saw Haken there, like,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
yeah, a month
Yeah.
or two ago.
Yeah.
That was a good show. Like, for a band, and I don't know if I just didn't realize maybe they're smaller than I thought they were. I don't know, but it's like this tiny little venue. So I was like maybe a foot away from Richard Henschel fucking shredding my face off.
Oh, yeah. I had a foot on stage, man. That was awesome.
I always find that too. Like, I feel like it happens more often with like international bands where you're like, I think they're huge. Like, they gotta be
Yeah.
big, right? And you like come and like you're in like a small show and they're like
Right.
2 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Like, that's. I don't know if it's necessarily it's like it hurts me or something, but like it's like, man, I thought they were much bigger. Like, it's a little disappointing, but who knows? Maybe next year they'll be on like a huge ass stage, and then you'll be
Right.
like, okay, maybe it was just like the day of the
Oh.
week. That's how I see it, Like, if I go see a big band, like, I don't always like base when I see them at like on that day, because like if it's like a Monday, like nobody's going out to a fucking show on Monday, like.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But my next question, guys, kind of a follow up. Favorite venues. What is the last show that you went to, excluding maybe the Hawkins show?
Man.
Oh,
BT Band? Was that the last one?
Yes.
So we saw at the Agora again. That's again, that's been the last couple
Oh,
of years
everyone
now.
goes through there. Yeah.
We saw Between the Buried and Me on their
Oh,
Colors
nice.
10-year anniversary tour.
Nice.
That was fucking nuts.
I was kind of pissed I missed that, because the lineup was really good too. Like,
Yeah.
Contortionist is great. Polyphia is really good too. And I haven't seen Tooth Grinder. I know they're like really local to me. I know they're from New Jersey, so I'm like they're right in my backyard. Like, how do I not know them? So, but are you guys is the tour with the Deer Hunter gonna be coming near you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were actually talking about that yesterday.
We got about tickets still.
Gotta get all the dudes together and go to that one.
Yeah.
There you go. I've been meaning to see the Deer Hunter. I'm excited for the new BT Bam record. I think I was listening to the single when they released it, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I'm glad they're just continuing on doing their thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Seems like a pretty good like combination of all the styles from their different albums.
exactly. So I'm hopeful that this album is gonna be good. I mean, all of their other stuff is really great. So I mean, like, I feel like I'm gonna be right at home with this record.
Right.
So. But my next question, guys, the most important question: what are some of your musical influences?
Also a loaded question.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, if you listen to the EP, you can kind of tell we're into like a real wide range of shit. Some of it can get pretty weird. I think everything that I listen to kind of goes into, for me at least, even like some of the really, really heavy shit like Meshuggah or Hate Eternal, which is, again, that's like kind of
Yeah.
like grindy, like
Chaos.
obscure death metal almost. All of that even can sometimes influence like the really mellow stuff, and vice versa. I think my biggest influence probably is like a musician and a producer, especially, is Steven Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah,
Great.
there you go.
Awesome.
That dude is incredible, and he's done some crazy stuff over his career.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And just spanned the genres.
Yeah. For sure.
Awesome. You have any?
I'd have to say mine would be Opeth and just Mikhail Ackerfeld, and those guys are just like have been an influence on me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, saying like 13 and just going on from then out, and they've spanned all the genres too.
Right.
And as they grow, like we grow, and I don't know, it's cool.
I think like if for a band like that, or like older bands, like even Meshuggah too, like they have to, I guess, evolve because like their fan base kind of like grows, like you said, with their albums. So each album has to kind of evoke something different, and you know, I think for as a person who listens to a lot of music, I think for me is if I can listen to the album that they kind of started out with and then get to the most recent record, I would love to see kind of a change. Obviously, I don't want to see it like just from like, you know, super cool stuff to maybe like more mainstream stuff, but I think it's important to see like artists have that sort of growth and experience, because I mean, like, you're not gonna like, I mean, maybe that's not the case, but like there's some stuff that I liked when I was a kid and maybe not like as much now, but then there's some albums that I loved back then and I still love now. So I think it's just about a progression of sound, and if you can continue, you know, having elements of your old stuff and continue to put like new stuff into your music, I think you're definitely gonna keep me personally as a fan. So
yeah, absolutely. I know for us, we try to approach it from, like you were talking about, growth, and we definitely try to approach from that standpoint. Like you were talking about, like Opeth and Porcupine Tree, Steven Wilson. Every consecutive album is just a little different, or maybe they approach it from, Opeth would be the biggest example of like a completely different direction.
Yeah.
When they came out with Heritage, just totally switched everything up. I know we like the idea of kind of defying expectations, and doing, it sounds kind of pretentious, but doing, like, writing the music for us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, we want to write something that we would want to listen to as fans, and that makes us happy, like, creatively and artistically, and just fucking hope someone out there wants to hear it too.
I also feel like that's an important quality to have in music too, because like you can hear that if somebody is really, you know, into what they do, like you hope that same sort of feelings and emotions get evoked when you're listening to it. Like, as like if I was listening to your stuff, which I do like your stuff a lot, I think for me it's like, okay, if I can find something that I enjoy about it and I can be like, okay, they enjoy playing it, like I think for me, like if I have to listen to an album, I want to listen to an album, and then if I get the chance to, I want to see them live and see how they enjoy playing it live, because obviously you wouldn't put out something that you don't like, or that you wouldn't like to play, unless maybe you're a mainstream artist and you make a lot of money. It doesn't matter, but for the most part, I would say most musicians want to put out something that they like and that they love playing. So I think that it's kind of like a twofold thing, is if I listen to something and I see them play it and they enjoy playing it, then that's like the best. That's the best for me, at least from what I see in terms of perspective, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are always the best shows, when you can tell those guys up there are fucking feeling it, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Like,
But
perfect.
Yeah.
we're just gonna shout out, you know, we're gonna just,
yeah.
just shout out
Much more.
Periphery. Come on, let's
Those guys.
San Pedro, please.
send Misha, please. No. Next question, guys. Kind of a follow-up to influences. Who have you been jamming more recently?
Oh,
Yeah. For me, I've been getting really into. Do you know like C2A and Pliny?
Yes,
and
yeah.
those guys.
They're great.
I've found Owain recently. I've been getting really, really into his last album and his EP before that, and digging into Devin Townsend a lot.
Yeah, Devin Townsend is ridiculous.
Hell yes, he is.
yeah. He showed me that Owain guy just recently too. He like threw me a bunch of his music, and yeah, that guy's nuts. I've been getting in a lot of Car Bomb too. Another
Yeah.
he
Nice.
showed.
Okay.
Oh man, Relentless.
Dude, have you listened to their newest album?
I have listened to Car Bomb's newest record, and I'm just like, holy shit,
Yes.
this is good shit. Like, I'm kind of mad because I know that they were on tour with Dillinger for like their last tour, and I'm like, fuck, I should have went to that because I'm not like the biggest Dillinger fan, but I know I've seen videos like. And one of my friends from like around here, he moved, but he went up to like Massachusetts and saw them, and like everybody hopped on the stage like while they're playing a song, and I'm like, this is like, there's just pits everywhere, and I'm like, like, this is ridiculous. Like I've seen a lot of bands that put on a great performance, but like I've never seen like people get on the stage, like security's like, what the fuck's going on? Like we can't stop this. So
Dillinger shows are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You saw them the last time they came through Cleveland last year.
Oh,
I don't know if I've ever been that like nervous at a show.
I don't know if a band's ever made more of a first impression on me.
Yes.
I've never heard them before that show.
'Cause I'm a big Dillinger fan. I dragged him along to it because I had an extra ticket, so you'd really like know what to expect
Oh my
going
God.
in.
Matt, like I couldn't even imagine being in your shoes, because like for me, like I would be like what the fuck, like I need to get out of here, like where's the exits, I gotta remember where the exits are at, so like I don't get, if I get crushed, like I need to know where the closest exit's at, like so I can get to the hospital or something, you know. Oh my God, like
Those guys are just so full of energy. Like,
Dude, they put on a show.
I saw like the craziest video of them. So I don't know how he got onto. I guess he got onto like the second level of, like, they had like a balcony, and this one guy, I guess you could like, they had like food there. So the Dillinger vocalist, I don't know what his name is. So, but he literally takes his sandwich, eats it like in front of him, and then stage dives off the balcony into the crowd. And I'm like, I don't need to see it. I'm not even there. I just don't need to see anymore. Like, there's there's no other band that has ever done that. Period. So like, I'm done. You know, they're the best band live ever. Like, no questions.
Just like no one else, man.
The lead guitarist, when we saw them, he like monkey barred like to the behind the audience, got up on his legs, hung upside down, and started playing a solo.
Oh,
and then monkey barred back in the middle of the song.
That was amazing.
That was insane.
Oh my God. They're like probably the only other band that easily could stand with them. Well, actually two. I think the Chariot was amazing. I hadn't get the chance to see them live, but I know that they put on an insane live show. And Let Live is insane. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but
Not really.
okay, so I went to go see the last, before they, got back together, Undra's last tour, and all I remember is them disconnecting the bass cab, throwing it into the crowd, and then their vocalist Jason hops onto the bass cab and is like surfing this bass cab like in the venue, still singing. Like, I'm like, like, if Dillinger like didn't take it, like they would be very close to taking like any. And then I was like there, and like I'm just watching him, like he's probably like not even like 5-10 feet away from me, just like on a bass cab. I'm just like, it's, I don't have to see any other band. I can just go, no problem. Just that was probably one of the crazy experiences that I've had at a concert, like ever. Like, obviously I wasn't at the Dillinger show. I'd probably say that Take the Cake, but like that personally for me was just like so wild. But oh, man. But anyway, guys, getting back to the questions, I have another fun one for you. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what song would it be?
Protodream? No, I mean us covering a song.
I guess, yeah. Man, I guess it depends on what instrument I'm approaching it from, because I'm all over the place. Shit. I think all right, if I had to pick one like overall, maybe something Opeth, like
Like a softer one?
No. Well, like a mixture. The Drapery Falls
Ooh,
on the Blackwater
okay.
Park album.
Good
I could
one.
do
That's a
I could
good one.
Dude, so for me as a vocalist, remember I told you we were in that tech death band for a long time.
Yes, correct.
So I came up as like a death metal vocalist, and I still do that shit. Like if you got me on Facebook, check out, like I put some Meshuggah covers up, stuff like that.
They're pretty dope.
Michael,
Whatever.
Michael, yeah, however you want to say his
However
name.
he says it.
He was he was hugely inspirational to me as a vocalist as well as a guitar player and all that. So I've even heard that a few times, like when we played shows, people were like, Opeth, right? I'm like, hell yes, Opeth.
There you go.
So I think it would be a blast to cover like some of Michael's vocals, and then I know like I love their guitar playing, and that's been really influential to both of our playing as well.
Yeah, big time. Man, cover. I'd have to go with something less heavy.
Ooh, okay.
Not Opeth. I mean, I've been trying to cover Blackest Eyes by Porcupine Tree for a while now.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a good one.
Because it has just that dynamic that I love so much in any song. And he's always been I don't know, something I've always loved to listen to. Like, I can always go back to his stuff no matter how many times I've heard it and just love it. Like, so.
Awesome, guys. My next question is, gotta ask it, favorite food to eat?
Sushi.
Ooh.
Same.
That was easy. All right, guys, let's see. Let's wrap it up. Let's go. See you later.
God damn, I love some
Sakura.
sushi. 100%.
Was amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We just had sushi about a week ago.
And then I feel like every time I ask somebody this question, they're like, "Man, you just now I just want sushi now." Like, you know, I feel like
It's
Thinking about
it's the most creative food
It
to
is.
me. Like, because I'm all about, like, I'll eat anything. So, sushi's just like, I don't even know what that is. Like, yes.
It's got squid eyes in it. Delicious. I love it.
It's a whole squid sometimes.
Awesome,
Yeah.
guys. Next question. If you guys could pick somebody to collaborate with, who would it be?
Ooh. Oh.
Doesn't have to be realistic. It could be like...
No. Okay, thank God.
Yeah. I was
completely out-
like, no.
could be like just like somebody dead, somebody alive, somebody
Cool.
you want to do, whatever.
Think about dead.
I didn't think about, resurrection. Huh.
See, like my knee-jerk reaction, just because I'm such a fucking fanboy, would be Steven Wilson. But then, I don't know if that's like he seems like the kind of guy that would want to like totally run the show. Justifiably so, like he fucking should. But I don't know if
You're like, I don't want that asshole in the studio. I just want somebody that like will just sit back and let me do what I want to do.
not to love Periphery
Damn.
even more, I think I'd have to pick Misha.
Misha would be cool.
He's a fun collaborator. Like, he's collaborated with lots of people. So
Yeah, he's done cool shit. Fuck. Dead. I would love to get Freddie Mercury on a track, dude.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
There are some great singers out there right now, but like no one is quite the same.
I was gonna say, like, he's just undeniably a great singer. Like, I feel like if you talk to anybody, like, I mean, you can't say like Freddie Mercury is not a great singer. Like, that would just be like blasphemy or something. But I agree with the Misha one because he just seems like a nice guy. First of
Exactly.
all, like right off the bat, like if you've seen, like, because every time I like scroll through Facebook, I'll see like that his Horizon device like pitch video thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is great. Like I'm watching a commercial, but I think it's great though. So
Exactly.
like,
I think the point we're all getting at is that we just want to be in Periphery.
yeah, pretty much. Misha, please just, just email me. That'd be great. I'd love to get you guys on. Like, you know, be your 77th guitar player. Be beautiful. You know,
Right.
I won't even plug in. I'll just be standing up there just with my guitar. You know, but he's great. No, I don't have anything bad to say about them. They're just a killer band. Like. They just got that dynamic working just with the three guitar players. Like, all the stuff that they've put out has just been super sick. So if we haven't like just piggybacked on Periphery all night, you know. Let's just continue on with that train. Just every answer from now on is just gonna be Periphery. Like,
What's your favorite food? Periphery.
There you go. Beautiful. Max got it. We got it. Anyway, next question, guys. Obviously, you play a lot of instruments, but if there was one that you could master, what instrument would it be?
Toss up between piano and guitar, I think.
I think it'd be guitar for me, for sure.
I think those two, at least out of the stuff that like is in the realm of we understand how to use it, because I'm sure there's some weird shit out there in the world.
Well, I'm just getting at that. I've been watching like all those guys like Pliny and Sue and all those guys play. I'm just like, if I could play like them, yeah, I think I'd be happy. Like I think I'd be. So, that's why guitar.
I think those are like the two most like expressive instruments too. You have the most like tonal options and the way that you can
effects and all
different techniques you can use that just totally change the sound from. That's how you get like
and minuscule stuff too.
Yeah, that's how you get these guitar players that like they could be playing with the same exact like tone on their amps and gear and the same guitar but sound completely different.
Yeah.
And you don't have that with a lot, I feel.
That's how I feel about like when I see different artists do like techniques. Like I think Tosin does some really great like finger pick stuff where it's just like there's this one video I'm probably sure you've seen it, is the one where there's this guy in his room and he's like playing the guitar. He like gets the guitar out and then they have the Tosin Abasi like video and he's just like, all right, so you just move your thumb like this and then he's just like this and the guy just like gets up and he's just like, see you later, like, you know.
Sets his guitar down.
Yeah, he just like sets his guitar down and like leaves and I'm like that is Tosin Abasi to a T. Like like anytime I watch his videos, I'm just like, you know what? It's cool. I've only been playing guitar for like 10 years. I don't need to continue playing it, you know. You've done my job for me, so it's totally cool.
Let's go.
I don't have to make music ever again, so it's totally okay, you know. You do you. Continue making albums, like be on your like 75th album is cool, totally cool. But yeah, every time I watch his stuff, I'm just like, even Polini, like just how they write is just. Dude. I don't know. They're just like on another level for me. Like the people who just do Strandberg stuff, like anybody on Strandberg is just like, you know, like I don't need to play. You know, it's cool.
Yeah, you guys made it.
Like the melodic sensibilities and the phrasings that guys like Pliny and Aaron Marshall of Intervals, dude. Oh, yeah. Like I wish my brain worked that way.
Guthrie Govan's another one of my favorites. He's just an alien with the guitar.
I'm like every time I watch his videos, I'm just like, you know, he's probably an alien. Like he's just transcended from the heavens. Like, you know, we'll never know. We don't know much about him, so it's just like I figured he was probably an alien. So
the hair and shit too. Like I can see it.
Extra big brain.
Well, we'll just title this like interview with Protodream. Also, Guthrie Govan an alien. Have to find out, you know.
Get more views.
There you go, clickbait. Just. Anyway, guys, next question. I always ask this question because I am a huge video game fan. So, if you could be a video game character, who would you be?
I'd have to say Link. Link? That's probably good. My favorite franchise as far as any video games are concerned.
That's good. He always survives too.
Oh yeah. That's through anything.
You know you're not gonna die.
He's timeless.
Totally. Yeah.
He's always young.
He's immortal.
Oh damn! I don't know.
You know you want to say Geralt of Rivia.
No, dude, I fucking love those games and like the story is great, but man, I don't want to be that guy. He's been through some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be something like fun and silly and happy. Like Link, I feel like was a good call. Like Mario, maybe, because he's like a plumber and he's like, I got like a gut and shit. Like average dude, I feel like I can get down with that, but he always gets the girl.
Yeah.
You know?
But then you just make another game and then he has to go get the girl again for like the 70,000th time. So
girls, and you want to be that guy?
Yeah, no, maybe.
I'm stealing away the darkness.
I'd end up like divorcing. I'd end up divorcing Princess Peach like 2 years in. Like, I can't keep fucking chasing you down all the time.
Blindly running into castles, dying all the time.
Yeah, maybe don't go in the dark castle this time. Huh?
He's just like, he's like, Bowser, you could just have her. Like, I'm done, you know.
Find a new girl.
I'm over.
They have like a realistic Mario game. He's just like done doing that, and he just lives like a normal life after that. He's just like, no, I'm gonna go fix a toilet or something, you know. So.
You come on after
Focus on my career.
I'm telling you, Nintendo, you know that we're just giving you some brilliant ideas here, you know. So.
Appreciate it.
You could just PayPal me, Venmo me, you know, whatever.
We'll see you on the album.
Yeah, whatever. Beautiful. But anyway, guys, next question. In your opinion, who puts on a great live show?
Different people for different reasons. I think Periphery put on one of the best like performance shows I think I've seen from a like a musicality standpoint. They fucking nailed everything. Spencer is goddamn inhuman.
He's
like
also an alien. There we go. We could just have Jeffrey Gothen, Spencer Stottello.
Dude,
are they aliens? You know, who knows?
he's got one of hands down like the most epic voices I think out there right now, and I was fucking flabbergasted at how excellent he was live.
Yeah.
So from a technical like performance standpoint, I think those guys. From a like a visual standpoint of people that I've seen so far, because we still haven't seen Steven Wilson, and I know that his live show, like the production on it, is incredible.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
That we've seen, I think Meshuggah, as far as like experience, because their light show is fucking intense.
Oh yeah.
I've seen stuff. I've seen some videos. I'm like, dear Jesus.
Well, they got. It's the drummer's cousin.
Yeah, the drummer's cousin actually plays all the lights out to the music.
That's insane.
With his board, fucking tabbing away. I'm
done.
Like,
yeah, it's over.
Yeah. Imagine Bleed.
Yeah, yeah. Just like you just like they have like a video of him. They like have his fingers, and there's just like blood just like gushing out of his hands. You know, it's just like. I'm surprised he's not like he like goes up to him. He's just like like. Can we not play Bleed like in the set list, please? Like I can't feel my fingers anymore. Like the feelings.
Bleed.
Well, I heard the band actually like didn't really like playing that just because the stamina of your hand sort of gets tired for the rest of the show.
They had to play the video edit for a while.
But they played it at the show. We got to go see them.
That's sick.
That's all I needed.
Yeah. If you want to like fucking experience the music of Meshuggah, like you haven't like immersive, go see them live, dude. Because that light show is everything.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd have to say Between the Bird and Me though, because I don't know. I've seen them like 7 times now. So I've seen them like I've just gotten almost not used to the show. Obviously, there's always like big new
stuff. Yeah.
But then like even coming back to that Colors tour, and it was just all the classics, but everyone was going just as nuts and just even more so maybe because they're so familiar with it. But yeah, definitely Between the Bird and Me.
That's good.
Awesome, guys. Next question: if you guys could compile a dream tour, who'd be on it?
Fuck me.
I don't know. We've been seeing pretty good lineups.
Hint. Just maybe like
Shit.
I mean, because when we saw Meshuggah, Animals as Leaders played with them, so
right.
That was a dream. That was a dream come true.
I feel like the answer to this like changes every so often with who I'm like really getting into at the time too.
I'd have to say Steven Wilson.
Yeah, for sure.
His solo stuff. Opeth and Tool.
Ooh.
Just because those are my 3 tops of all time. Like from when I started listening to cool music. From when
Damn, that's good.
Yeah, I just have to.
That's good.
Go across the board.
Shit. All right, yeah. No, I think I'm gonna agree with that. Like those 3, and then if I can tag on, we'll make it like an all-day festival thing, right?
Everyone gets 2 hours.
Throw in like Meshuggah, because I think they influence us on like a level of heavy that most other artists haven't.
Yeah.
And then maybe BT Bam, because you hear like the weirdness in Protodream music. I think BT Bam more than any other, not like stylistically, but they, I think, encouraged me to embrace the weird in songwriting and just like, if you have the idea, fucking try it, because there's no reason not to. And then 9 times out of 10, when we do, even if it is super weird, we're like happy that we did it.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
Yeah,
you could notice. But
I think I like that too. I don't know, maybe like I'm in the minority of liking this sort of like strange shit, but like whenever some band does like something like kind of like off the wall, I'm like, yo, this is something I'm gonna remember when I'm listening to the record. I'm like, this is cool. I like that track. So I do also embrace the weirdness, and I also like when bands do it too. So it's just like, it's just something that's kind of like ear catching, and it definitely is something that I'm like actively looking out for and listening for when I'm like listening to music. So I do appreciate that. But anyway, next question, guys. Favorite TV show, favorite movie?
Ooh.
damn, favorite TV show. Shit.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, because I'm basic. And and favorite movie is gonna be pretty basic too. Well, no, I guess The Fountain.
The Fountain's good.
The Fountain's like one of those, tearjerkers. In an introspective way.
Yeah.
Like, should I cry? Yeah,
That's such like an artsy fartsy answer. But it's like, you're right though. Like, it's such a good fucking movie. I can't even be mad. Damn. Yeah, probably Game of Thrones. Like currently, all time though. I don't know. Breaking Bad was fucking awesome.
Okay.
Damn. Yeah, there's too many. Like, it's too many options. I think movies too. Shit. The Fountain's definitely up there. I like The Illusionist.
Oh, nice. Yes.
It's a really good one. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like super terrible with favorites because I like so much shit. Like I never know how to narrow it down.
Well, you just pick one like I did. I picked one in 2 seconds.
People like,
I didn't think about it at all.
people ask me like all the time. I'll be like I listen to music at work all the time. Someone will be like, "What's your favorite band?" And I'm like, "Are you ready for this 2-hour conversation?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I know that feeling. I definitely know that feeling because when I was doing like albums of the year, because I do them, I've been doing this for like 2 years, and the first year I thought was bad, and then I got to this year and I was just like, shit, there's so much good music. So I was just like, I'm only gonna do 20, and then it went to like 30, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna add like 5 runners up. I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna do it for like 2 hours, and then you guys can just watch it if you want. Like, you know, I'm not making money off the videos anyway, so it doesn't matter. But like, I it's so bad. And like, same with like, I get the same question asked like by people that I work with too. They're like, "Oh, what's your favorite band?" And I'm just like, well, first of all, you're probably not gonna know what my favorite band is. You're just gonna be like, what the fuck's this shit? And then the second thing is that I'm like, you got like a pen and paper, because like you're gonna have to write this shit down, because like
my favorite thing is that they'll ask what your favorite band is, and you like, they don't know it obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they're like, well, what does it sound like? And you're like,
and then you're just like,
them. I don't know.
you're like,
It's all shoulders at that point.
you're like, you know, like, I need to roll out, like, you just like roll out like a chalkboard, and you're like, you know what, this is like, you're like, we know that your basic knowledge of like artists that you like, you know, so like you like Styx and like, you know, like Journey and shit, so they're like an offshoot of this, and then like you have to go through like a whole list, and like people are like lining up at your job, and then they're like, you know, am I gonna get any help? And you're just like, listen, I'm trying to explain this to my coworker, okay? But yeah, I totally get that. And then I think my favorite one is like, they're like, what type of genre of music do you like? And I'm just like, you know, I like everything. And they're like, well, they're like, but what do you like though? And I'm just like,
God damn it.
But I like on the reverse of that though, when they say everything, I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah, every time.
Fucking bullshit.
Every time. Dude, I
will
can't
show you everything I listen to. You want like one note of it.
not a single one.
Or you
I
just
can't
scroll.
tell you how many times I've done that too. I'll be like, everything really? I'll throw on like Bloodbath, and they're like, oh, except that. Okay.
Or you just like show them your phone of like artists, and they're like, I'm like, which one of these do you actually know? And they're like,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't know any of them. Like, so
Yeah.
you don't like everything then. So.
I've heard of Tool before, but
And then I like drop my phone, and I'm like, that was a really poor decision. I'm gonna pick my phone up right now. So, but that was like the drop the mic thing. But anyway, next question, guys. If you could listen to one album for a month straight, like a desert island album, what album would it be?
Ooh, a month straight. I'm a boy.
It'd have to keep me sane.
Yeah.
That was something that I didn't think about when I was asking that question. I was like, you know, is it gonna make me crazy or not?
Yeah, it can't be the Mars Volta or anything like that.
Shit. I think probably a toss-up between maybe like Hand Cannot Erase from Steven Wilson.
Ooh, okay.
Because that is like a perfectly, in my opinion, a perfectly executed album that covers a huge breadth of emotions and feelings and styles and everything. I feel like you could get a lot out of that if it was all you could listen to for a month. And then maybe Blackwater Park from Opeth, because that's like, similarly, that's one of the few albums that I think like just front to back 100% perfection. Like nothing I would change.
Yeah. You said Desert Island?
Yeah, like you were just stuck
Alright.
listening to this album.
Definitely, Tron's Homie album then.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I just relax.
There you go.
Vacation for a month.
Some palm
I
trees
did
and
listen to that for a month.
I was gonna say, like, because I've asked my friends, and because I went to go see them with Circa and Thrice, and I was trying to we were before, like in between sets, we were talking about the records, and I was like, well, what do you think about Homie versus like Grow, and obviously like Newborn Sun, their EP? Did you like what did you think in terms of? Do you think it was a progression in their perspective, or like what did you think about Homie in comparison to like what they've done previously?
I think it was less technical, but more experimental.
Yeah.
They never really had any of those like effects on any album before this
Yeah.
one. It was all like very clean and like, you know, if you fuck up, everyone knows type of thing. But like I was just watching an interview with Mario, and he was explaining his like pedal setup, and he has some pedals just thrown in there on stage just to throw on for fun. Just like it's not
just
on
like,
expected,
you
it's
know,
not
I feel like putting this pedal
supposed
on.
to be there. If I want to trip the audience out, I just throw this one on. I'm like, fuck you guys, that's so cool. Like more fun with this tour than any other tour, especially like touring with Covet, you know, and Yvette Young. All. Like they became like a family type thing.
Dude.
Now they're hanging out with Marco Miniman and like. But
I hear some like I hear some anger, just like resentment in your voice. Like
There's some bitterness.
I don't know. Maybe it's the webcam. I don't know. Like I'm just feeling the rage right now. But yeah, like they're insane. Like I was watching them, and I did see them on their headliner too, and I was just like, damn, they just play so clean. It's like I was like yelling at Mario like at the circus show. It's just like, stop playing so clean. Like I just need you to mess up so I can feel good about myself. Like I just need you to like hit a wrong. Yeah. I just want to see you mess up so I can feel like I can still go home and play guitar. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dear Jesus,
Dude,
like,
that you saw the tour with Little Tybee on it too, right?
dear God.
Dude, those guys are awesome.
they see that's what I like about the Little Tybee and like Tosin Abasi.
Yes.
Going seeing them live and then seeing the different techniques they use
Hell yeah.
is
dude.
Like
I don't
Josh
know.
Martin is like
Dude.
ungodly too. Like I feel like he's super
Yeah.
underrated because like I don't know,
Yes.
like not a lot of people expect it because it's like the type of music they do. You're like like they kind of do like folksy sort of stuff, and you're like, I don't know. And then I'm like, nah, but you gotta listen to this. And then
Yeah.
like, Josh is just like, I'm just like,
the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Whole time.
okay, you know, it's
Dude,
it's
his
cool.
parts in the production, they're so like subtle and downplayed and stuff, but he's doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, I watched all his guitar videos after I saw it.
And then you're like, where's the nearest trash can so I can like throw my guitar in
So
there?
don't buy 8-string and I don't need that anymore.
But yeah, like he's incredible, and I don't know if this tour is coming around you guys either, but Rain Akindo and Little Tybee are doing like a tour together. I'm like, please say no more. Like if like the only other band that should be on that tour would be like if they got like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Snarky Puppy.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
If they were like headlining and then they had like Rain Akindo and then like Little Tybee, I'd just be like, it's over. You know, I wouldn't even need. I would just
That's
be like,
good.
somebody could like shoot me and I'd be okay. Like I'd be like totally. I'd be like, you know, I've seen it all. That's all. Like that's all my heart wanted to see, and I can go on living. But
See, Lil Tybee was another first impression band for me. Like, we saw him, and he knew about him, but I didn't. And it was just like, oh my god, I love them instantly.
like I saw them. I hadn't seen them prior to that. I know that they had toured Philly, like because they're from Atlanta, so it's typically not too bad. But that was like the first time seeing them on that homie tour, and I was just like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Like even the rest of the band too. Like I feel like obviously Josh Martin isn't talked about as much in terms of like guitar players, but like their whole band is just so good. Like
Oh, the bassist and keyboardist and the vocalist and everybody.
Dude, that's one
drummer.
thing I love that about them, that like it's all
Everyone
so
shines.
downplayed, but you can tell each and every one of them has fucking chops, dude.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Little Tybee, you know, we're talking about you too, so like, you know, just if you wanna like hit up your boy, that'd be great. But anyway, guys, lastly, tell them, of course, about Protodream, where they can find you at, and anything coming up in the next couple months.
Okay. We have our debut EP called Reflux up for free streaming and download on our Bandcamp, so that's protodream.bandcamp.com. If you are so inclined, you can also find it pretty much everywhere else that there is music. We're on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, anything that you want to use, it's out there somewhere. As far as new things, we're actually currently in the writing and recording phases for our full-length album. Don't want to reveal too much about that.
You can if you want. You know, that'd be great for me.
I'm going to say one thing. It's going to be different.
It's definitely different. Like I said earlier, we like the idea of defying expectation.
Yeah.
So it's going to
Gotta
be...
keep everyone on their toes.
There you go.
Their ear toes.
It's
Their
going
ear
to be on...
I don't even want to know what that looks like. That's just gonna haunt. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight, so it's cool. No problem. But oh my god, that and you know what? Definitely go check out Protodream. Thanks to Mac and you know for coming on. I think that you guys definitely do some really unique stuff. Some, like Mac was saying, like some weird stuff, but I think it's cool. So, you know, I think not a lot of bands take that liberty of going extra and doing something that not a lot of people expect. So definitely go check out their stuff. Links are in the description. Go give them a subscribe, like, go pick up their record. All links will be in the description. And thanks, of course, to Protodream for coming on. If you enjoyed this interview about Guthrie Govan and aliens and shit like that, definitely subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. It really does go a long way. And again, thanks to Protodream for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps out our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.